Alrighty, welcome back to Sports Rewind Digital. Tonight we have a fair bit to get through, fellas. Baseball, cricket, state of origin. We got a live cross to the state of origin at the Dogs. That's if our connection is good with those that are over there at Albion Park. But anyway, fellas, the week I'm going to get to you second, Randall, because you've probably got a bit to talk about. Davo, how was your week, mate?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, mate. Bad loss at baseball on the weekend, but you get them. The elbow's saying I'm 50, so it played up a bit, but you get that. But the cricket's on. That's always a good thing. State of Origin was house last night, but can't fault night after night of cricket, so bring it on.
Absolutely, mate. We had a few casualties at baseball in the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks, and Chidge wants me to sacrifice a live chicken or something on here to break the curse. I did offer up a labradoodle, but he reckons that's probably a little bit extreme. So
it's getting that way. I think the casualty list is greater than the available list.
Yeah, it's not ideal, mate, is it?
We're all getting old.
Getting old
That's
indeed. How about you, Randall? You've been added to that casualty list. Mate, for those viewers out there, I might just show one of those warning signs, bit of graphic material. Come, get her up there.
Can't get your leg that high, mate.
Come on.
Can't get. Let's see how we go, hey?
Here it is. Look at the size of that.
There's a bit of swelling happening. She's looking good.
No, that's looking real good, mate.
Yeah, real almost a week on, and she's still pretty swollen. So, yeah, I dare say I'm out again this week. But
I thought you'd say you're good to go.
Unbelievable.
We got too many injured first basemen, so I can't even stand there and just catch a ball.
Terrible.
But, yeah, we're dropping like flies, and like Chidge said, I think we need to sacrifice a chicken because I think we've got 7 or 8 people on the injured list. So
we definitely do.
I reckon you're right there, Dill. We'll say good day, Dill. He said put him on the hill.
Mate, I think that's what happened. He went on the hill that other week and the body got used to it, mate, and now he's out.
Shouldn't have been base running.
Been saying that for years.
Yeah.
Oh well, fellas, it's as you said, we've got a fair few out in 3rd and 4th grade. It should be good. Davo, I'll finally get to have a game with you, mate. I thought we'd line up for all 3 of us to get a game together this weekend, but Randall goes and blows it.
Sorry, mate.
It's always one, isn't there?
Yeah.
Been working towards it all year.
Looking forward to getting back there. It's been about 4 weeks for me, so we'll probably fall off, but that's okay.
Should be
fresh. All right, you just join the casualty ward with everyone else, mate.
Yeah, indeed. All right, fellas, we'll kick off with some tidbits straight up. As I said, we've got plenty to get through. State of origin, talk about the cricket, the normal NRL. Show us that jersey, Davo. Flashing a bit of that jersey.
Just the Rangers.
How good is that? I love a good jersey.
It takes away from the head, so...
That's fair. We all need one of those, mate. We all need a
Can all do with it.
Right, tidbits. Here it is, Davo. You're up first, mate.
Yeah, so good old George Brett, one of the greatest hitters. I know we talk about Tony Gwynn all the time, but I think George Brett was his American League equivalent. He's the only player to win a batting title in 3 different decades. So he won one in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So it's a fair effort to win one batting title, let alone 3 in 3 different decades. Just shows how good a hitter he was.
Not only good hitter, mate, great at defense.
And pine tar.
Yeah. I actually seen that. I think it was on Instagram Reels or something the other day. So
yeah, it comes up all the time, doesn't it?
It does.
But
Okay.
yeah, well, that's it. Unless someone sticks around for a long time, they're not gonna sort of top that, are they?
That's it. All right. I think I stuffed up, Dave. Oh, no, there's your second one, mate.
Yeah, it's for the footballers or the soccer players out here. So Lionel Messi, the freak he is, has scored in every possible minute of regulation time except for the first minute. So that again is just a crazy stat that one, he's scored a hell of a lot of goals, but two, he's been around a long time to have scored in every possible minute of a game except for the first minute. So there's a goal for him when he moves to Miami, scoring that first minute, and then he's done all 90.
When does he go to Miami? Is it sometime soon, isn't it? Because their season's still in full swing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure when the transfer is or whether he just starts for the new season.
Okay.
I'm not sure when he's going, but it's a nice deal he's on.
Absolutely. And we did talk a little bit about last week and some of the options for when he's finished as well, which is probably the best part of all of his kickers. So we'll see what happens once he gets there.
On to
Randall,
me.
on to
Yeah.
you, mate.
On to me. The Royals are 0-15 in Jordan Lyles' starts this season, which is the longest losing streak to begin a season for a pitcher's starts in MLB history. Pretty tough.
Wow.
for Jordan Lyles there. 0-15. You can't be happy with that, can you?
No, it's not real good, mate.
No.
Not real good at all.
You got those pitchers that they were pushing to get their 20 wins in a season. He looks like he's going to trot at home for 20 losses.
Yeah.
Does that say something about him or the Royals, or a bit of combination of both? Because I wonder what his ERA is through all of that. Like whether it's him not pitching well or him pitching well and the Royals just not scoring runs for him. So, yeah, it's not a good look though.
No, not real good.
It's not good at all. But last year he threw for the Orioles and he was quite competitive. So, who knows what it is? It only takes give up one run, doesn't it? And he can get that loss if there's no offense for him. So poor bugger, feel for him.
Absolutely.
I think there's a few Toronto pitchers at the moment that could be heading that way, the way we're playing.
0-15. I hope not.
With the team in the field behind him, they'd still have an ERA of 0, I'd say, and still get beat.
Lucky we got the new recruit, that Dylan Lees bloke.
Yeah, lucky.
Mate, he was a star for us in left field last week.
Yeah.
Put the tallest bloke out in left field and they can't hit it over his head.
No, lucky he can jump.
Safe under a pop-up too.
Oh, yeah.
That went a million miles up.
Yeah. I don't remember much after the second inning, to be honest, so I can't really comment. It's all a bit of a blur for me.
Well, you ducked pretty well when I whacked my helmet, so you still moved a bit.
That's right. I was trying to move my foot, actually, out of the road, out of the firing line.
Didn't you read that memo the other week, Dave, about equipment abuse and all that come out from the association? Oh, mate, you can't be going abusing equipment, throwing helmets.
It's my own helmet.
It doesn't matter, mate.
My own helmet. I was placing it back towards my bag.
Brian, if you're listening, mate, just keep your eye on that, all right?
He was umpiring, mate.
Brian. That was after I nearly threw the bat over the net, swinging.
I've seen that before, Doof.
Yeah. And Wildy. The Phillies haven't had a player with a 4 base on ball game since 2010. And here we've got a list of days since a batter had a 4-walk game. Can you imagine? It's only been 18 days since Houston had someone with 4 walks in a game. And why does it not surprise me? Jose Altuve. He probably got plugged 4 times.
Probably.
But yeah, it's some interesting numbers on there. Like San Diego only 27 days. That's not that many games for a player to get 4 walks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let alone 13 years.
yeah, like that's a long time. Is that
Shows
what
they
does
got
that say?
some free swingers.
Free swingers or guys that just are they just not watching the ball? Like, don't know.
Who
Guys with
knows?
not good eyes. It's interesting to see.
It is.
But
It's a different stat, that's for sure.
in saying that too, like, where are the Giants on there? They're a long way down, actually. They're
Yeah, they are.
1,054 days.
Probably
Okay.
since Barry Bonds played.
That's what I was thinking. We probably haven't really had someone like that play for a long time where they're going to just pitch around them.
With
Even
the
the
bases
Yankees,
loaded.
even with the bases loaded, yeah.
Yeah, he got walked a few times, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe Shoei or Judge might get to that point at some time. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's a different game now. Anyway, they want to go at hitters, I guess.
Yeah,
They're not so worried about the long ball anymore when they know they've got half their or everyone in your lineup can go yard, can't they, these days?
that's it. Yep, including you bat right through. So yes, all right, on to me. For the Oakland fans out there, Shorty, if you're listening, the Athletics, Raiders, Warriors, and Golden Seals are now all gone from the city of Oakland. Oakland is the first city to lose all 4 major sports franchises to relocation. Bit of a bugger that. It's pretty good watching old school Oakland games, and I don't know about you blokes, but that's what I grew up on in the 80s and 90s was that, and the Braves that they used to play all the time, and of course, obviously the Yankees got played a fair bit on our what it used to be Monday night or Sunday night game over here or something. Didn't we get it? Can't remember.
Sunday night baseball, which was a Monday, but
yeah,
those Oakland of late 80s, the 88, 89 back-to-back World Series teams, sellouts, and like we watched the video when Balfour was there, and the rage was going, and sellouts, and even Raiders games when they were sellouts. So you got a feel for them.
Love the old Balfour age.
Yeah,
it was always good to watch.
Yeah, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Those fans are there, but where are they? What do they need to do to get them back?
They only come out one Tuesday a season, I believe, mate. Yeah. That was good to see, though. Good to see that they were still there, especially on a Tuesday, and 27,000 or whatever fans out of, coming to support them. So
I suppose it is hard when their stadium's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So the public transport's not great. It's old. It stinks. The sewage backs up. So there's a lot of things against it. So that would keep people away. But what's ownership done to try and keep teams there?
Yeah.
Nothing.
They've asked the government for money.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. They just need a new stadium. They need the stadium redone. That's what they need, isn't it? But no one wants to fork the money out.
No.
So.
Where Las Vegas will. That's why they've moved.
Absolutely. Yep. It'll be a hub. You just don't know whether you get the same backing of a team. You're going to get a lot of sort of tourists in, which, will sell their crowds out. But, yeah.
That's the difference. That's probably the difference being there in Vegas, that it's always busy. There's always people there holidaying. There's always people about. So it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, you can get a full house.
Yeah.
You're not just looking for those big weekend crowds or whatnot. You go there any day of the week and get a big crowd. So
yeah.
Be interesting to see what their season ticket sales are like too. That'll be a good indicator.
Yeah.
Probably more corporate stuff, I'd imagine. They'd probably have plenty more suites.
All the casinos,
like
buying
the lounges.
them up.
Yeah. So, hey, Roller, you've just lost $2 million in here. here's some tickets to the Athletics. Go and take 5 of your mates.
Yeah, in our private suite.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you finish there, we'll come and pick you up and come back and spend another couple of mil.
Yeah.
The way it'll work. My second one for tonight, fellas, absolute legend. Buster Posey played 12 years in the big leagues. During his entire career, he allowed just 27 passed balls. Unbelievable.
That's pretty good.
It's a crazy stat. Yeah, I loved a bit of Buster Posey, that's for sure. I got a few other Giants things in for tonight to talk about. They're on a red hot streak.
He's the one who changed the catches rule because of him.
Yeah. You want to talk about that now while we're talking about that? That rounds out the tidbits anyway, fellas. The tidbits. If you are looking to sponsor the tidbits, shoot us a message and we'll get you up there. But yeah, going on with that catcher rule. I think it's been the last 2 or 3 days. There's been a few of these where the runners have gone down the line and haven't been able to get into home plate. So they've called an interference call on the catcher. Did you see this one today?
No, I didn't. I was watching another game. I think I was watching the Angels versus the Dodgers, but they were talking about it. The commentary team talked about it, and they were saying it was an absolute joke, the call. I didn't see it, but yeah.
There was no way he was going to score. It's not like it was a close play and he blocked the line, which prevented him from scoring. He had the ball well and truly. Like, look how far he is from home plate. I know he's gone wide, but look how the distance back. So it's stupid. And no wonder, the manager being tossed. I'd be tossed too if that went against us.
It was horrible. As you said, David, there was no way he was scoring. And it was the same as the one yesterday. I can't even remember who that was yesterday. But it was
Bocce, I think, wasn't it Texas?
Yes, it was. But the catcher had to reach to the other side of the plate, and the full plate was out in front of him. Like the runner had full opportunity to go into the plate, and he laid the tag on. He was given out, and then come back and reviewed it, saying that he blocked the plate. And
I suppose base runners are now going to take advantage of that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like before, you used to have to pick your alley. It's like if you saw a throw sort of take the catcher towards the dugout, you would step inside and go the inside of the plate. Now, because of this rule, even if you're hosed, you might as well think, well, hang on a minute, I might as well try and interfere with him, and he'll be the one in the wrong.
And that's what he did today. He was out by a mile, and Sid went the slide out to the side and come back in, and they gave it to him. It was it was ridiculous.
It's worse than the NRL bunker.
NRL bunker. Wow,
that's a big call, though.
Call. The state of origin, fellas. Let's get that out the way now, because wasn't that a great game if you're a Queenslander?
Yeah, well, none of us are, so it was rubbish.
Yeah. All right, that's it for state of origin for 2023. Actually, how the women's going? We're losing that too.
It's 14-12 to Queensland at the moment with a minute to go, and they're just reviewing a possible try by New South Wales. So
right, and
it was like terrible luck for Turbo Tommy. Like to have that injury in the first couple of minutes, that's a big loss. But what was Fittler thinking, putting Cookie out in the centres when he's got Calamari sitting there? It's like, I think that might have put the nail in the coffin for old Freddie.
Yeah.
Even if they come back and win game 3, they've still lost the series. That's 2 in a row. They haven't looked like winning. So don't know if a change needs to be made.
I think it does, mate. I think it does. Just having a look at some players that he picked in that team, and I don't know. they're not even the best players on the field for their club team, let alone in the state. So,
And where's the
yeah,
passion for the state? It's like Queenslanders are renowned for it, and Luai coming out afterwards and putting that Instagram post out that he did,
yeah,
just plain stupid. Like, to
yep.
me, that says it all right there. It's like, where's your passion for the state, for the jersey, for the game?
For your
Telling
fans,
people to chill out and you idiots have to go to work tomorrow. It's like, yeah,
I guess give you an update. It was actually a penalty try to New South Wales
Wow.
as the second row was trying to put the ball down to score. The winger has actually kicked the ball out of her hands in the act of scoring a try. Like, it was like maybe 20 centimeters off the ground, and she's kicked her in the arms and hand and kicked the ball out. Which obviously you can't do that.
No.
You haven't been able to do that for a long time. I think Billy Slater got stung in an Origin game for doing the same thing, slide in with his feet to try and stop tries.
He was renowned for it.
Yeah. So that puts New South Wales up. I think it's 18-14. Not going to be enough though in a 2-game series when it's split. I think Queensland won significantly in game 1, so it'll go back onto for and against.
Okay.
But I think for game 3, New South Wales, they need to make bulk changes. Moses played all right, but I don't think he was the right guy for it. So he just didn't gel with anyone there. They're just not getting the right people. So hopefully he makes changes for game 3, get some good combinations going, and we can save face a bit. Otherwise, we've got a long way to go. Otherwise, it's going to be 3-0.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll flick her off, mate. I'd had enough at half time or just after half time. That was it for me.
Yep.
But that forward pass on that first try, I was blown up, and
I think every New South Welshman was blowing up at that.
Not that would have saved him the game or anything like that. Queensland played way better than what New South Wales did, but it's shit like that. I guess for that baseball reference, it's like that being ball 4 and going on to score the winning run or whatever. But
anyway. That's right though. But it's so early in the game. It just sets them up on the they're on the front foot straight away. So that gets called back, and it's all doesn't happen. Mind you, New South Wales didn't look like scoring a try, especially with poor old Cookie out, like you said, out in the centres. How many times did the ball go out that way? And he didn't know if he needed to bat the ball on or catch it and pass, or he was out of position, didn't know what to do. So,
and especially on defense, like what he's a hooker, so he's only a little bloke. When you've got all those big centers out there kicking the ball in the air and all that, like he did his best. You've got to give it to him. He was put in a terrible situation, gave everything. Now, if everyone played with the passion he did, might have been a different result. But silly throwing him out there. He did look lost, didn't he, in both offense and defense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Surely we had a second rower that could have gone out there.
Yeah.
Slide Hudson Young or someone out there, Isaiah Yeo. I don't know.
Put Yeo out there. You've got
let Cook slide into lock or something like that. Well,
what's Calamari done? He was there. He could have slotted in anywhere.
100. Yeah, that's right. So I don't know. I don't know why you would have done that, but who are we?
That's it. Hopefully we can
couple of yobbos having a chat.
Scrape together a win for game 3, and hopefully able to watch all of it this time.
It begs the question too, though, doesn't it? What would have happened if he had have picked Nicho Hynes and stuck with him?
Yeah.
Would have he been able to go out there and do a better job than Cookie? Cookie being an all-out hooker, where Nicho Hynes can move wherever.
Yeah.
And considering he said before game one that Nico's going to be there for all 3 games.
Yeah, well, that obviously didn't work out, did it?
Not at all.
And now the trophy stays north.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, hopefully the women can get a win there, but I
Yeah,
don't
full
think,
time, mate.
Hey?
Full time. The women won tonight, but on for and against the trophy will go north again.
Fair enough. Congratulations, Queensland. Fuckers.
No,
Go fuck yourself.
bloody banana benders.
A bit of a comment here from Doof. He hates the Posey rule. Mate,
Yep.
we do too. We think it's average. Bring back the good old days, but yeah, I believe it's here to stay. So we do have a live cross from the state of origin from Albion Park very soon. The boys are just lining up here. You got the beanies on. It looks cold. We really do hope that New South Wales might have got a win at the Dogs also, but we'll wait and see. Just before we go over to the Dogs there, fellas, this one, Costa Zoo. Oh, sorry, Timmy Zoo. My bad.
The others
My
are
bad. Timmy Zoo won in the first round. You blokes catch any of the highlights of that one?
Yeah.
sure did. They did the whole 70 seconds or whatever
Yeah.
it was of it.
Demolished him.
What a machine. Just
But on a side note, how ridiculous is the sport getting when you look at the ropes?
Yeah.
Like, I forget his name. He's the main announcer in America. The guy who's,
Bruce Buffer.
Buffer or
Right.
whatever his name. He said, no wonder so many judges are not getting their scoring right when you have the thick ropes like that where they can't see the whole fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all about the dollar for him, isn't it?
it
Yeah.
is.
But
Get
it
that
didn't
advertising
matter
all
because he
over.
knocked him
Right.
senseless.
Well, he knocked him down like in the first 10 seconds or something, didn't he? Or 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it was, it's pretty brutal, which is good. And it stamps his authority on it, doesn't it? So it'll be interesting to
does.
see when he goes over to America with these big fights. So I'm excited for that. I think that'll be
Sets
great.
up a Vegas fight, doesn't it? I think in
Mm.
September.
I believe so, mate.
September-ish.
It should be good. Bring it on. All right, I'm going to get these couple of yobbos in from Albion Park Dogs now. I think they've been on about a 7-day bender, so we could be muting them at any time. But the state of origin there tonight at the Dogs, it was 2 Queensland Dogs versus 2 New South Wales Dogs. All right, let's get them on. Hudson 32.
G'day there, lads.
E bloke sponsored by the TAB, are you?
That's it, mate.
We are tonight. Yep.
They had the girls out tonight. We got a free beanie, and what else
Away
can you
we go.
say?
It's not pulled down far enough, though.
Oh, sorry. Hold me drink.
So
Is
it
that-
is Albion Park. Put the eye holes in it, then you'll fit in like a
They've
local.
got a reputation just to the right. We're trying to keep away from that. But listen, the 4-dog field, New South Wales, 2 favourites in a 4-dog field. And you know where we run?
3rd and 4th.
We led up the straight. We've run 3rd and 4th. We cannot pick up here since we've been in Queensland.
So state of origin, we can't
we
win the
cannot win a thing.
we can't win the men's league game. We can't win the women's game. We just got beat, and the dog field, we came 3rd and 4th.
Unbelievable. New South
What about-
Wales won game 2 of the women's. If you hadn't seen that, fellas, they got
Yeah.
up. But
We got beat in the series, so we're done there
We're done there. I think they had to win
by 8,
4 or 6 or
by 8
something
or
to
10.
get the result, but no good.
how was the atmosphere at the Origin last night?
If you like, Jesus, there wasn't many blue shirts, the Queensland shirts, and when you're copping and pounding, the atmosphere was sensational. If you can handle that sort of thing, I recommend it. Queensland do it best when you go to Origin. Yes, they do.
The atmosphere is always better at Suncorp compared to us, but yeah, you got to cop your licks.
We'll never
Where
in
you
it,
take
mate.
'em?
We'll never in it. Fittler gone, Tedesco gone. You probably spoke about it. Anyway, all good.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Any winners tonight so far?
Yeah,
fellas?
Well,
you got to
ask
bet.
Kenny Judge. Ask Kenny Judge, all the way from Prague, I think he's at the moment, or where he's at. Ask who his favourite dog trainer is. Darty had one in tonight. Joel Hudson. He did train Cool Matt in about 2005 for about a month for the Toyota Galaxy. He had one runner in tonight at $13. Got the chocolate. So we've done okay.
We've done okay
Yeah,
tonight.
beauty.
Out at Albion Park, the 5 has won 4 out of 6 races out here so far. If you want to get on later.
All right, there you go.
Gamble
listeners.
responsibly.
We're travelling right. Right. We won't mention the 6 from 8 at Mornington yesterday.
Oh yeah, we had a good day there yesterday too, didn't we?
Fact,
Oh,
mate.
the boys are enjoying it.
No.
Hey, show the sponsor again. You show us your
No.
sponsor.
Yeah.
TAB, bet responsibly.
No,
All right,
there's only
fellas.
3 goonies in the house. There's
And
only
drink
3.
unresponsibly.
Yeah, Cole's sitting up there with the third one. All good. Yeah,
Yeah, beauty.
all good.
All
Yeah,
good.
Enjoy your
Thanks,
night,
legend.
Randall, one thing before I go. There's 2 spots left on the end of season trip, buddy. See if you can sell them, will you?
Yeah,
Right,
there's 2
I'm
other
going
blokes
to-
here.
Ankle yet? I heard he had an injury last week. What happened there?
Carl Randall, get it up there.
We've already talked
What's
about it, mate. We're
Oh,
done.
we've been over that. Sorry. I'll have to go back and listen.
Wolf,
Randall.
I just sent you the video of the State of Origin. You don't want to watch it, the dog race, but yeah,
Right,
we're third
no
and fourth
worries.
in a 4-dog field.
Thanks,
Hey,
fellas.
There's
Right.
Enjoy. We'll see you later.
Enjoy.
There we go. We can't even win a State of Origin at the Dogs. So
Could be
the
our
boys
celebrity
look like-
tipsters each week. The
the
tip of the
boys
week
look
from
like
those
they're
two.
having a good day out there. All good.
All good.
All good. Plenty
Yeah,
all
that's-
good there tonight, I reckon.
Sounded like it, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks like they've had a bit of a blinder, but hey, Davo, I know we're back and forward all week with the cricket. How good was watching these blokes get it done?
Oh, yeah.
Absolute gem of a game, and I love that we got a result.
And that's it. I think both teams play for a result. I know the media's come out and bagged out Stokes for declaring on the first day, which, yeah, you always in test you set yourself for 400 plus, and when you've got nearly that in day one, but they wanted a result. Better team won on the day. Great batting, great tail ending batting by Lyon and Cummins, but awesome test and sets up for a great series.
Yeah, it was just great to watch all every day. It was
On a crap pitch, really. It was a bit of a road, so you felt for the bowlers. But it's interesting they talk about Bazball and scoring quickly and all that. I think the stats on the game was we hit more sixes and boundaries than them. So they may have scored the runs quickly, but it's not your sprint race there at the Dogs. It's a 720 metre, mate. You've got to last the distance.
Yeah, that was quality. I sort of caught the probably the last hour and a half of it at work. I was on that quick little half an hour break for that hour and a half, and it was sensational, mate. I was glued to the TV, waiting for a wicket. You know, the two blokes just held up. What did they end up putting? 87 or something like that on for the last. It was something like that.
No, I think it was in the 50s, 54 or
something. Yeah.
But they did well considering both Smith and Labuschagne, they failed both innings, which is rare for Australia. But yeah, could have had an easy tidbit. Good old Uzi batted on every day of the test. Became the 13th player to ever do that in a test, batting in all 5 days.
Yeah,
we only talked about this the other day or the other week, I think. It might have been the opening pair or something that batted on
or
all.
UFO.
I don't know what it was. Don't know what it was. It's coming from upstairs. That's all I know.
Is Wildy there or?
He might be.
He might be.
Undone the pants and it hit the ground, maybe.
Could have, very well could have. But yeah, I think we talked about it. Might have been a West Indian or something like that had batted in on all 5 days of a test.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it. Geez, pretty rare to hear about. And then Uzi's come out and done it.
That wasn't long. Yeah, that was probably only a couple of months ago.
Yeah, Chandimal, I think it was.
Yeah.
But Uzi saved us. You take out his 2 innings and it's a different ball game. So onto the Oval, I think, next. Oval or Lords. It's 1 or 2. So it's a week in between tests. So it's good. The women are playing at the moment. They're playing their one-off 5-day match. It's good to see because normally the women, if they play a test, it's only 4 days. But being the Ashes, they've gone to a 5-day test, so that should set up pretty well. So Australia won the toss and batting, and we're 1 for 82 at the moment. Perry and Mooney are batting well. Litchfield was unlucky. She looked the goods for 20. She's going to be a superstar. She just didn't offer a shot on one. Should have reviewed because it actually showed the ball was missing. But in her first test, not offering a shot, she didn't want to upset it and review, so she's out. But there's my next 5 nights done anyway. So love it. Can't get enough of the cricket, especially Ashes.
With the women's Ashes, that setup, it's 1 test, and then what do they play? They play 2 ODIs and 2 2020s, or
something like that.
Yeah. They still have the 5 matches. They just across.
Yeah, the test is worth a certain amount of points. Each 1 day is worth less points, and then the 2020 are worth a certain amount of points. So whoever has the most points over all 3 formats, then retains or wins the Ashes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Good.
It's good to see them, getting involved and getting into it. How about your girls, mate? Do they enjoy watching the Ashes?
Yeah, Ella's loving it. Lauren's watching as well. So it's sort of like I'm not sort of pushed out into the back room to watch the TV here. It's like it's on the big TV in the lounge room, which I love. So Ella's starting to love cricket and even said she wouldn't mind going to a day of the test match this year. So it's like, what?
Yeah.
Loving it. So
yes.
Good day out.
But as well as we played, I'd love to see Stark back in there. I think we've talked about it, like Hazelwood, Cummins and Boland. They all bowl pretty much the same. They're about the same pace, same line and length. Starkey just offers something different. He offers a bit more pace, the left armour. He may leak a few runs, but he's more of a chance of taking wickets. So hopefully for the second test, that's one change they make. It's hard when you've got a winning formula, but I hope that's a change they do make.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, David, I think it might come down to what the pitch is like. Like we said the other day, I think when I said the same sort of thing and you said, on a flat road, what do you do? If he's not going to get the ball to do anything, is there any point?
Yeah.
So,
maybe that extra pace, because he's got that pace. He rocks in at easy 140 plus, and being a left armour, it just offers a variation. And then something for Lyon to aim at later on.
Yeah.
Because he's bowling over the wicket each time. So come day 4, day 5, if Starkey's been bowling a few overs, there's a nice patch outside off stump for the righties for Lyon to aim at.
Yep, for sure.
Seen, I reckon Big Merv should come on for a bowl. You see him in the crowd and his tour that he's got going over there.
Jason Gillespie's got one too.
Yeah, I saw them interviewed Dizzy the other night.
That'll be a good value going with either of those blokes.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of stories to be told and plenty of beers to be drunk, that's for sure.
Well, after I've just won 100 million on Powerball, might head over for the next one.
Absolutely.
With all of us. What's that? You're going to sponsor Sports Rewind Digital to go over there?
Absolutely. I reckon
100 million, yes, sure.
Yeah. I think 100 mil should cover us.
Well, I didn't win it. So
I definitely didn't win it.
No, I already checked. I checked. I didn't win it. Some other bastard did.
I'm still in with the chancing.
Got to be in it to win it. I wasn't in it, Randall. So, righto. For those that are listening, thanks for tuning in live. Got a bit of a question for you. Let us know in the questions. Pick one in their prime. Greg Maddux, Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens. All right, fellas, I already know what Davo's going. He was a mad rocket man. I'm choosing Nolan Ryan here in his prime. Just an absolute. They're all absolute weapons, but Nolan Ryan's my pick. Randall, who you got?
Yeah, I was a big Randy Johnson fan and Greg Maddux, but I think I have to agree. I think Nolan Ryan. Yeah, I don't think the others really come close to him.
Yeah.
Well, Doodle's got a point.
Doof
Maddux-
says Maddux.
He's the only one to win 4 Cy Youngs in a row.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. But terrible photo. What? Randy Johnson, he played, a season, if that, in for New York, and they've got him in a Yankees shirt. But it's a fair point. You don't have to throw hard to get him out. And Maddux, Cy Young 4 years in a row is pretty hard done. We could sit here all night and do the pros and cons on all 4. Really.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Imagine that as your starting lineup for putting all 4 there. Wouldn't matter who your fifth starter is. Yeah.
You wouldn't need one. You just go back to the start of these 4 because they'd be ready to go again.
Nolan would be.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they would. Anyway, let us know for those that haven't who you'd pick. But yeah, there's our picks. Seen that one during the week and thought it was a classic. Couldn't live without that one. Righto. I don't know what else I've got for us here. Let's just start flicking through some of these slides that I've got prepared. This one, I've been following along to old Trevor Bauer. If you haven't had a look at his YouTube, go and have a look. It's pretty interesting. Gives you a bit of a rundown of his week to week, but he's come good. 9 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 out run, 1 walk, 12 Ks. And one of those hits was a home run, and he shook off his catcher in the 9th after the whole game. So,
nuclear loosh.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you blokes from 3rd and 4th grade Tigers haven't watched that show yet, you've got some homework to do before Saturday.
This guy's throwing a 3-hit shutout. He wants to shake me off. Bruce, here's a fastball, and when you speak of me, speak nicely.
Oh, classic. I love it. And old Trevor Bauer, he's cruising along all right. If you follow
He's
his
starting
YouTube,
to get some innings. He's starting to get some innings in, so I think it shows the arm's getting back to where it needs to be. So he should be hopefully back up in the Japanese majors soon.
He is.
Oh, he's back up. Okay.
Yeah. He only went back down. So they had a washout, and he had a washout. He was pitching badly, so he opted to go
Another
down.
Bull Durham thing. I'll get us a rain out.
Yeah,
natural disaster.
So he went down because he had a 10-day window where he wasn't pitching in between his rotation. He got a rain out. And if they go down to the minors in Japan, they've got to stay down for 10 days. So he said, well, I'll go down and get my outing rather than a bullpen and then come back up the next week. And it's obviously worked well for him. He's thrown 30 innings for ERA of 2.10. So that is good. He does a fair bit of video work, and that's what he's putting it down to. He's been watching some of the top Japanese pitchers and how they pitch to different hitters, and he's sort of replicated that, sort of copied what the top pitchers are doing combination-wise to the other hitters, and seems to be working well, and now he's sort of adding his own sort of flair to it. So I'm a big fan. Obviously not a big fan of the charges and everything that were up against him and whatever, but I'm a big fan of watching his stuff at the moment. So it's been good. Oh, that was the Dogs. Supposed to show that earlier. No good. What about this one? Did one of you blokes send that to me? I can't remember who sent it, but might have even been Van Dyke. That's a classic.
I did see it during the week though.
Probably
Blue
Van Dyke.
Jays, Brandon Belt on ranking behind Shohei Ohtani in the All-Star game. He quotes, "That's how you know it's rigged. I should be number one. And everybody knows I'm a better hitter than he is. Better DH, better leader. But here we are." Hey, Brandon Belt.
Surely he was taking the piss.
Absolutely taking the piss, and I love it.
Should have started the Giants.
Yeah.
Surely he was just having a laugh.
Yeah.
With someone.
Definitely. It's like you're not going to push Shoei out of that leading vote getter.
No.
What about this one? You bloke see this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see.
Oh, Rickwood Field. So the MLB officially announced the regular season game between the Cards and the Giants will take place at Rickwood Field on June 20, 2024. So the oldest professional ballpark in the US and former home of the Birmingham Black Barons in the Negro Leagues. Yeah.
Good.
Well, hopefully they
got sacked for Oakland. Did you notice what I said there? Negro Leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
hopefully they wear retro jerseys that sort of show some of the Negro League teams.
That would
I'm not
be
sure
awesome.
if San Fran and St. Louis I'm sure they had their Negro League team. So hopefully for the occasion they do don sort of like the jerseys from back then, just to like show the history. If you're going to do it properly.
I'm not actually sure if the Giants had or San Fran had a team. We'll have to have a look at that because, I'm sure they probably one of them did, or otherwise they'd probably choose other teams that sort of did have. But anyway, that'll be good.
Yeah, it's good to show the whole history of the game.
Yeah, for sure. Next one, fellas. First thing that comes to mind when I bring this up. For those that are listening, I'll explain soon. Official ball of California Penal League, juvenile detention. Rick Vaughn is what comes to mind for me. I don't know what you blokes are thinking.
Caps and sleeves.
Did you see or read that when Charlie Sheen was doing that role, he actually took performance-enhancing stimulants to help him get a little bit more on his fastball so that he did look like a pitcher. And apparently during the movie, which was in 1989, he got up to 85 miles an hour with his fastball. And back in 89, 89, I think. Yeah, the average fastball was 87 miles an hour. So he wasn't that far off being major league speed.
That's classic.
Wow.
There we go,
And
kids. We don't condone performance-enhancing drugs either. Yeah, that's pretty good though, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great ball. As soon as I saw it, I thought, yes. Those young, again, most of Toronto 3rd and 4th grade probably don't get that.
They better.
Probably not. We need to have a movie night. Ninja, you listening, mate? If you're still on, let's organise a movie night and we'll just watch Major League 1, 2, 3, Bull Durham, and we'll throw in anything else in there. What about the Naked Gun? Surely they've seen that.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
We could do it at Wildie's place, just no barbecue.
The boss man's all over it. I reckon. Yeah. Oh, Wildie will probably won't even be at his house if you're going over to his house, Randall.
You're right, he probably won't.
This one's for you, Randall. You can announce this one, mate. Baltimore Ravens fans.
Free agent, Diego.
Show.
Is it French? Fayjour?
It is, mate. It is. He's from the, the east coast of Canada.
I seen that one, mate, and I thought of you. The old
Yeah.
Diego Fagot.
Well, you talk
But,
about the Oakland announcer losing his job. There's every chance with that.
mate,
Yeah,
with
Diego Fago.
with the 7 people listening, I'm sure YouTube won't mind.
No, that you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to cause someone some trouble somewhere in Texas.
Absolutely. That was classic. Now, we're getting to the MLB soon, but I just wanted to bring this one up while we're flicking through them. What about those Giants? They're on a 10-game streak at the moment. They're absolutely coming in hot. It's been more
Them
than
and
a
the Reds.
decade since the Giants had last swept the Dodgers in LA. The winning pitchers in that series were Bumgarner, Lincecum, and Matt Cain. Now, the past weekend, Friday night was torture. Saturday night was a blowout. And yesterday, our Red Hot Giants complete the 3-game sweep at Dodger Stadiums. And the 3 pitchers this time were Taylor Rogers, Alex Wood, and Logan Webb. So it was a quality one, that's for sure, if you're a Giants fan.
Who'd be a Giants fan?
Mate, I love him. Love him.
Never heard of him.
As I say, it's like, well, even the Reds. The Reds are up to 11 games now, I think.
Yeah, the Reds are up there. And
They
Votto back.
Yep.
So first game back, and he hit a bomb too. So it's awesome.
And there's that slide from that weekend. Most runs scored by the Giants in a 3-game series at Dodger Stadium, 29. It was I really enjoyed watching that 15-0 win. And our previous sponsor on the show, Game Day Sportswear, Al Jordo, the Dodgers fan, was there. Unlucky, mate. It was really nice sending you those messages from about 4-0 onwards. But yeah. Anyway, this one, fellas. You get any of this? See this one, Randall?
No, mate, I didn't actually.
Yeah, the old D1 baseball. The coach of each team is paid by a specific bat sponsor or bat company to exclusively swing their brand of bats. 53 of the 62 Power 5 D1 schools are contracted by either DeMarini, Louisville, Easton, or Marushi. So there you go. I didn't know that.
No, me either. But
Sort of
It's a
makes
fair-
sense, though, doesn't it?
fair stake in the market.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Money for college sports nowadays.
absolutely. There was a fair few comments too about, paying the players and different things. I don't think that's, going to come up anytime soon. I think they're pretty stuck on what they're doing. And I think those bigger schools are looking after them a lot more, obviously with their tuition and different things. But yeah, not going to change anytime soon.
No.
What about this team?
Yeah. They're flying high, aren't they? The D-backs.
That surprised me when I sent that through, or when I saw it. It's like, good on them. They're winning the West, but surprisingly, yeah, the only team not to be shut out in 2023.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good effort actually to be sitting in that position for them. They're in a
sure.
tough division with the Dodgers and Padres and also the Giants that are all going pretty well. Even the Rockies actually aren't terrible like they have been. Isn't that right, Doof? I know you're watching. But yeah, only team not to be shut out. Pretty good.
It is a good division. Usually it's sort of that 1 and 2 team blowout division, but it is pretty good this season. That's for sure.
Yep.
Mate, I'm getting through these slides. This one here, Davo, mate, our teams don't get a mention on here. And your Baltimore Orioles there, Randall, at number 4. What do they got to do to get above where they are?
Keep winning, mate. They've hit a bit of a slide in the last sort of week or so. They've lost a couple of series, and they did make a turnaround though the other night when they got up over Tampa Bay in Game 1. I think they got beat by Tampa Bay 7-2 or something today. So game 3 tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's their middle relief. They were up 7-0 against Tampa Bay after it was 6-0 after the first 2 innings. I think the starter come out in the 6th or something like that, and they gave up 6 runs in 2 innings and used 3 pitches across the 6th and 7th inning, or 7th and 8th inning. So that's a big problem for them. Middle relief, bleeding runs. I think if they hold those teams to only 1 or 2 runs, not 6 or 7 runs, a lot of those games become blowouts, and the close games that they're losing become wins. So they just need healthy pitching.
Do you think before the trade deadline they'll make any moves, mate? Or
they have to make some moves. Offensively, they're playing really well. Like you think they've still got 2 guys. Mountcastle's on the IL, and so is Cedric. Mind you, they've picked up Aaron Hicks to replace Cedric, and I think he's hitting 345 or 350 or something like that since joining the Orioles. And I think he's hit 6 home runs or 5 home runs or something. I can't remember. It's just off the top of my head. So he's actually, he's playing really well, but pitching's what they need.
Yeah.
Their top prospects they thought were coming through to pitch, like DL Hall, Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez hasn't really stepped up yet. He's still trying to find his feet, I guess. Yeah, they're just pitching.
Yeah. Not fair.
Top
What
10's
about?
rigged, though.
What's that?
Let's just say top 10's rigged. Giants are on a 10-game win streak. Red Sox are 3 games over 500 and still last in the AL East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a look at on these power rankings, 6, 7, 8. The Dodgers, Astros, and the Yankees. The Dodgers are well back. They're well back, like early in the year, and I think I suppose they're not that far back, 3.5 games back.
3.5, yeah.
Yeah, it's a close one, but as for
What's
power rankings, I'm not sure about why they're so high. The Astros have been
Considering the
hot.
Giants are in front of the Dodgers in the standings.
Yeah.
But
And
the last 10, Houston are 4-6. Like they're not playing good ball at the moment either. They've only got a 2-game win streak. Like they're only just over 500.
And what about the Yankees? They're the same. They're 4-6 in their last 10, and they're in third place, 9.5 games back. So
yeah,
not sure how these power rankings are calculated, but anyway,
maybe market share.
Yeah,
got to include your big market teams, otherwise they'll get upset.
Yeah, otherwise the New York Post won't post any of your media.
Yeah,
you just got to be better. Then they got all the money in the world that they throw around, and it's got to be better. Unlucky.
Yeah. Speaking of being better, mate, we've got a few blokes, that we think are pretty average, and the scouts thought this guy was pretty average. Old Shohei Ohtani. He's basically like a high school hitter. MLB scouts believe Shohei Ohtani won't be able to hit big league pitching. I think they were wrong.
Yeah.
I love to see the scouts' name on that report.
Me too.
He probably doesn't have a job.
I think, was that the same as the one that floats around? You see the old typed out one for, I think it might have been Hank Aaron or someone like that.
Hank Aaron.
Yeah, no power, all this sort of stuff.
Average at best.
Yeah. Average at best, yeah.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Classic. Well, next one I've got the golf. Did you blokes catch any of that?
No, mate.
So the American golfer, Wyndham Clark, got up, and previously to that in any of the majors, his best finish was 75th. So pretty impressive. He did win another comp a few weeks back, but obviously not a major. So
good to see. It's one good thing about golf is that you all start out even, and whoever has the best form over 4 rounds, away you go. And it can be someone like that does nothing in their career, and all of a sudden it just clicks over 4 rounds, and there you go, you're a champion. And next week he might come out and not even make the cut. So
Yeah, that's right.
that's what you love about golf.
yeah, do love it.
You can be on or you can be way off.
Yeah.
Now we had the V8s up in Darwin on the weekend as well, so there's been heaps of sport. But our fellow Novocastrian,
Friend of the show,
long time listener, first time caller the other week. Charlotte Pointing had a pretty successful weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm coughing up a lung here. I think she was started 26th and come down to 18th in the first race, and then started 19th and finished 12th in the second race. So good to see.
Yeah, some good points there for her, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. It's
just
good
to
to
get some
see.
track time.
Yeah, she did say that the other week, didn't she? That she had struggled not getting enough track time, and the car wasn't really how they wanted it to be. So hopefully, yeah, it's all turned around for her.
Yeah, it was good to watch a bit of it on the TV and also the V8s as well. What else have I got for you, fellas? I think I've only got a couple more here. One more. Can you blokes explain this? I didn't see any of this. What's happened with the Johns brothers?
Brotherly love.
Did you see any of that?
Yeah, all it was like Andrew's just East New South Wales thrown through, and Maddie being more of a neutral, I suppose, broadcaster said, what did he say? Like Queensland, or Billy, he praised Queensland and Billy Slater, and Andrew took offence to it, and they're not talking.
Wow.
He's not appearing on the show or anything. Like Maddie's got his podcast or his radio show each Friday, which Andrew's normally a guest on, and Andrew hasn't shown up to the last couple.
It's just him, mate, showing his passion for his state, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he just doesn't agree that you're born and bred in New South Wales. You shouldn't be talking anything good about Queensland at State of Origin time. We should be bashing them. That's it.
Well, that's why they're talking, making Joey the next coach to bring back the passion for the jersey, because this just shows what passion he does have for New South Wales and that jersey. And so the latest talk is that he needs to be in there to bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the feeling that Fittler was too soft.
Yeah.
I'll bring him back. It'll be good to see. As you said, the passion. So, yeah.
And even there was a lovely bit they crossed on the footy the other week. They crossed to Munster and Thurston, and as they signed off, Munster's gone, "Oh, you talking to your brother yet, Joey?" And that got a laugh out of Thurston. And then they just showed Andrew Johns sitting there with just this, if looks could kill sort of look on his face. It's like, nah. But again, it just goes back to that passion. Bloody Queenslanders, he doesn't want to even recognise them.
Yeah,
no, that's right. At Origin time, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Well, I heard a good stat on the start of State of Origin yesterday. He's only lost 2 games at the old Lang Park Suncorp Stadium. It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Joey Johns.
When you look at some of the other stats for some of the players that were playing on the field last night, and it was like they combined had 5 wins or something on that at that ground. Like it was something terrible.
It's crazy.
Whatever it was, it was rubbish.
Well, that's why Reynolds should have been halfback. He plays there every week for Brisbane. He knows the ground. He knows the stadium. He's played at that level before. Yeah. To us, it would have been common sense to throw him in there.
Yep.
In form.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, we're heading up in a week or so up to Queensland for the Down Under Winter Classic. For those junior players, I think it's 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s or something, isn't it, Randall?
Yeah, something like that, mate. It starts at 10s and goes all the way up to 16s.
Yeah, so it'll be on. Make sure you go and follow their socials, Osball Tournaments. But yeah, 8 days, 13 hours, 51 minutes. Can't wait. We'll be up there. Randall and I will be up there. James is playing, and we'll be doing a live show in the afternoons at 5 o'clock, I believe. So go over to Osball Tournaments. Make sure you follow them, and we'll be interviewing a few of the players each day and having a bit of a chat to see how the day's gone. So make sure you jump on over there and like what they're doing.
I'm sure it'll be a quality Sports Rewind digital podcast hosted from up there as well.
Yeah, we'll have
I'm
a Tuesday night special.
We'll be by the pool with cocktails, and Davo will be sitting at home.
Remember how we did a live cross of two drunk blokes just there before? It'll be something similar, I reckon, Randall.
Probably.
I would imagine so. But no, plenty of young kids, going to get plenty of baseball up there, and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
As you blokes would remember going away for, rep tournaments and things like that. It's all about playing some good quality baseball, but also meeting up with players from different teams and having a chat and having a yarn and play hard on the field, but definitely socialise after the game. So
Party
look forward
hard
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the draw's out now as well, and I think for those little leaguers, it's the first 4 days draw is out only, and I think they've got 7 games or something in those first 4 days. So that sort of leaves another 2 days of ball after that as well. So there's plenty of games. They'll love that. I think they'll all be super excited. So yeah,
there you go. There's plenty of options up there to watch some baseball. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Close to 50 teams or something like that. So it'll be absolutely gold for the baseball fans up there at Surfers Paradise. Yeah, we'll post as much as I can on the social medias for Sports Rewind. I'll be doing some photos for Osball tournaments this year rather than the video. So good luck with that. I hope that turns out all right for Osball tournaments. Yeah. All right, fellas. Anything else that I've forgotten? I think we're good to go.
Probably is. We'll remember it about 5 minutes after we
usually do
log off. Yeah.
Like last week when we forgot the ice hockey, NBA.
Yeah. Apparently ice hockey's over, and so is the NBA.
The minor sports in America.
For all those NBA fans, there'll be nothing else for you.
Yep. And then we'll see.
And for the croquet fans. Yes. All right, fellas, have a good week. Next week will be actually on Monday night, if you blokes can make Monday night. We have a guest lined up over in Europe. An Aussie rally car driver is actually a Newcastle rally car driver in the World Championship over there. So Taylor Gill, we'll have Taylor Gill on. Yes, Davo, give us one.
No need. Enough comment there. He understands where they are. Worst record in the NL, I think, at the moment. So
Cardinals are shit ninja. That's all he wanted to say. But yeah,
don't
fellas,
need us
next
to
week,
remind
Monday
you.
night, Taylor Gillon. Make sure you jump on and have some questions for him. We probably know about as much as Raleigh as I don't know, the lampshade next to me. And
Played Colin McRae rally. That was
Mate.
about it.
that was the best back in the day. 97 or something, wasn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway. All right,
Easy
fellas.
left, hard right.
Yeah. That's all I've got too. Maybe you give him a few of them, Randall, next week.
Maybe.
But all right, fellas. I'll see you blokes at baseball on the weekend and have a great week, everyone. Take care.
Catches.
Catches all.